Hello, my fellow sim gamers. Need to know what type of transportation to use and when? Understanding the public transportation hierarchy will help greatly with Cities Skylines. I use 3 tiers when describing the hierarchy: small capacity, medium capacity, and you guessed it, large capacity. Small capacity transportation like buses and trams are great for small distances. For example, you can have a bus route in a small residential area, dropping Sims off at local services like schools and hospitals, parks, etc. Buses are great for transporting Sims to other types of transportation or to a close commercial or industrial area. The Sims do not go from one residential area to another residential area. Medium capacity is best used for medium distances. Metros are a great medium capacity transportation. I tend to use metros between residential and industrial or commercial, depending on distance. Large capacity transportation should be used on distances that are 2 tile maps long. Trains should be used in this situation. There are types of transportation that you shouldn't use unless under certain circumstances. Blimps are a great example. Blimps are very slow. They are not very good for large demand transportation, as you can see here. If you want to use them for the free education boost, place them in an area with low transportation demand. Ferries are slow as well and should only be used if bridges are not feasible, which honestly, I cannot think of a situation. In fact, I only used them to complete a certain scenario and I felt bad for the Sims because they had to cruise along poop water. Ugh. Keep in mind that Sims do walk. In fact, according to Homer2101 on Reddit, they will walk up to 128 units a day. Using this knowledge, they claim that it is ideal for the bus stops to be 50 units apart. A unit is a cell on the grid. Any more space will cause the Sims to drive to where they want to go. Any less space will cause the transportation vehicles to clog up traffic. Do not put stops at major intersections. This will cause traffic. Use the smiley faces as a guide for where to place the stops. If a route is carrying less than 50% of total capacity, reduce the number of vehicles and vice versa. In order to do that, use the vehicle count modifier on each line to adjust the amount of vehicles. Watch, observe, and make the adjustments as needed. According to a Steam post I read, if using NIMBY, cut down the line to 50% at night. If this video is useful, please give it a thumbs up as it helps my channel and helps spread this video to new viewers. According to cityskylinetips.com, you should only start a metro transportation service if you have need for at least 4 metro stations. However, it is better to have 8 to 10 stations per line. Do not use metros in low density zones. Use them in high density zones instead. There are things you need to avoid when placing metro tunnels in lines. One thing to avoid is crossing 3 or more metro lines at a station. Another thing to avoid is having 2 or more lines using the same tunnel. There wasn't much information on trains. What I found was to make sure the passenger trains and cargo trains use separate tracks and avoid placing intersecting tracks. If you have any train tips, please share. Check out 7 things I wish I knew about City Skylines, and I'll see you next time.